No. Oh, okay. Well,
I like it though. It's not as fun, but I do think it's a really strong pick, and I know you agree.
He's out of Bang, actually. Decent trade there for life. Whose Eclipse keeps him very, very healthy, and now Dread's being bullied out of his jungle. There's the flash forward, and this is not where the Nidalee Renekton's supposed to work, but it's not doing too badly, and that is going to be the crab ration, but he was sort of greeting in the area and maybe didn't know that there were two people. So a little bit unfortunate. There's the Emperor's Divide and special delivery as Clid's going to pick up yet another one. And Wolf, this is starting off pretty horrendously for the Afrika Freaks.
Certainly is. You're feeding the Nidalee, and as we've seen, I mean, if Nidalee gets a lot of items early, especially Night Harvester, hold that thought.
Well, that's a big flash in there from Lehens. They do get the Blade Caller. Ruler just running away, is burning down, but now the turnaround, and Lehens is just going to get punished. Life burns him down. And Ruler, yes, he soaks a lot of damage, but it's still going to be the kill going over to gen.g. So now, every lane is empowered.
Yeah, this is going to be a very, very tough time, to put it simply. For Afrika Freaks now. Like, Clid is just like, this jungle's mine now, by the way. Yeah, like, what are you even doing here, Dread?
Yeah, he gets himself a smite, but there's another cheeky little spear order. Clid not going to find the spear. Onto Shelly as Keen picks it up. Now they're trying desperately to get themselves out of this one. Death Realm is available here for Keen, but I don't know which 1v1 he actually wants to take as he throws it down onto Rascal, but you can see Rascal's pretty happy to take this fight. At least I believe it was onto Rascal. Keen's just getting popped, as I believe might have been Clid that was in there with him. But it did certainly wear off before then, as the flash out of the way of the Emperor's Divide this time, as BDD finds himself between a rock and a hard place. And is going to be absolutely fine.
Dread is not necessarily going to be, though. Yeah. Life is all the way up here. Sorry, man.
This is rough. Zenith Blade is going to miss. The Dread is walking the wrong direction. Now the Alcove not going to save.
Doesn't have enough damage to kill Rascal. I think if he had done it like really early, he might have going to be scaling up the late game even slower. And gen.g just looks to close this one out. I mean, they are just not even giving any space.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of teleports coming in here as Lehen's going for another attempted play onto Clid. End of the line, doesn't really do anything as Keen puts him in the death realm. Clid's trying to get out of there, but he's not going to be able to. Keen picks up that kill for now, but we've traded 1-for-1 so far. And Ruler dives on in to try and pick up some more. Bang versus Ruler now trying to fight it out here as he gets a really nice Blade Caller into Rascal, but he just flashes on in and takes him down. Keen, unfortunately, going to bear the brunt of Ruler's damage.
They're not going to let it go.
No, they're not. I actually really like this aggressive play out of gen.g. They're going to get rid of the turret, and now Keen finds himself in absolute. The Death Realm does go down. Let's see whether Rascal can actually win the 1v1, because otherwise it could be Keen managing to turn it, but he gets out of the Death Realm and into the awaiting arms of a kitty cat, and Clid's going to help lock down that kill for Rascal. So, you know, you can understand exactly why Keen goes for it, right? He's pretty strong, but not strong enough.
Yep. And he's going to get the second turret as well with his Demolish here. No problem.
Yeah.
So, insane value here. And yeah, it is, and he still has to farm. But with the Rift Herald there, the tower doesn't actually exist. It's just a figment of Keen's imagination.
Rule is just going to freely take this turret. This is what happens. gen.g's so far ahead that now they only need a few people.
If it wants this minion wave hit, so they have to back off. And this is when Fly actually just needs to be extremely safe. The problem is he can't farm up and get to where he needs to be. In this case, I think they have to just simply give the Baron and just wait, but they're gonna lose it actively.
Yep. Bang is going to Feather Storm, gets up into the sky, flashes away. Okay, Rascal's a little bit deep, but he does buy enough time for his team to take the Baron. Bang's able to get his flash and utilize it to get away from the Crocodile. But you'd probably take that if you're gen.g. Just sacrifice your Croc for the good of the Baron.
Yeah, ends up being better for Afrika then. Still goes down. This next objective goes down. The Drake.
Yep.
Sole point now for gen.g.
They'll grab this inner turret. Rascal will take care of the mid lane. And it's pretty textbook stuff, but it's being executed pretty beautifully.
Like you said, if they make a mistake, you can try to make a play. If they don't make a mistake, you're just kind of losing slowly, but at least you're...
Bartender. It's on YouTube. You can go check out.
Check it out.
Yeah. Right now, Afrika are venturing forth. They're looking to try and take themselves down a turret. We'll see whether that's going to work out here, as Renekton was on the top side of the map. And oh my goodness, Bang's over half health. One of those spears. Rascal moves on over. Control ward in the area. But now Afrika are getting corralled again. There's the flash solar flare. It's going to get the Feather Storm immediately as Death Realm once again for Keen. Can he win the 1v1? Doesn't find the Death's Grasp as the Blade Caller's good onto life. Now Keen out of the Death Realm here as Rascal did buy enough time. It looks like Lehen's not going to be so lucky as now Dread trying to get out of there, but BDD is just going to press his Zhonya's button and it's a double kill for Ruler. And now with only 3 left to defend and not very healthy, it's going to be gen.g pushing into the base, and this might just be it.
I think this is going to be it. I think they are going to push to win. I mean, look, there was 30 seconds before Baron, 15 seconds before the Drake, but you didn't have to be that far up. They were looking for any pick they could potentially get, but you can't be that far up on the map. We talked about sitting back. They certainly decided not to here.
Ooh, that's a decent death's grasp, but unfortunately it's grasp Keen towards his death instead. Clid is going to get stunned up by the Blade Caller, but the Nexus turrets are going to evaporate. 27 minutes into this game, and gen.g have slaughtered Afrika in game number 1. In goes Rascal looking to try and get those celebratory kills towards the end. And yeah, Lehen's just wants nothing to do with this whatsoever. Life the only one trying to take down the Nexus, but it's taken some time. And Bang and Dread just have to watch on in horror as their Nexus gets taken down. But gen.g, such clean play until that Emperor's Divide missed that it doesn't matter because we're cutting the video. Because the
it's going to be the set, so... okay, I do still think this is going to be Gragas support.
Ocean Soul, because we want to get the full set here today, so we'll have to have a look at what this next one is.
Yeah, all eyes on this. Okay.
Possible to gen.g coming on over. BDD has the Emperor's Divide available. Spear's going to go wide for now, because it looks like it will likely be a smite 50-50 unless Fly gets in there. Nice face breaker as he pulls back the Renekton and the Azir. Haymaker's decent as Renekton taking a lot of damage. Is going to survive for the moment as he's looking to try and get out of there. That's a great heroic entrance from Fly. But the Gragas is going to be able to clean up the Pigeon on the back end, and now they've been corralled, and he has no flash in order to get out of there, as that was a fail flash, a little bit unfortunate for the Gragas. And this is huge for a little bit as far as, you know, CS in lanes are concerned. But you can see the gold has actually swung in favor of the Afrika Freaks. And there's Life coming on over, and look, this bottom lane's a bit of a wash right now. Ezreal lanes just tend to be that way as in goes Lehen's. Oh,
Master Blessing.
That was just amazing. The cars predicting the arcane shift out, and Ruler had absolutely no option there at all. And Lehen's back underneath the turret, and that's a double kill for Bang. Beautiful stuff, especially
not be over
from
yet.
Lehen's. As, yeah, Clid gonna have to run away from this turret as well, so going to be denied getting any of the experience over here, and Dread's also gonna take it down his Krug camp. In comes BDD, looking to try and tidy this one up. Bowling Ball is going to be secured, and there's the sleep onto the Azir as well. He shifts some sands to get on over, but he's just taken down, and that's a third one for Bang here in this exchange. Clid now finds himself with nothing that he can do.
Very quickly with this option.
I like it, you know, more damage, more excitement. Absolutely, as Rascal lying in wait here. Very, very scary as Life moves on in, looking to clear out some vision. Blitz standing on a ward as well, as they do get the taunt. And that's an Emperor's Divide and a very, very dead Lilia. I don't know what the plan was there, as Fly doesn't find the face breaker. Bang getting turned on. He's going to be able to dash away. Sand Soldier's now in position as Rascal jumping on top of Keen. There's the slice of the dice, and there's the cleanup. Prowler's Claw, best item for
there you go.
Guaranteed.
I mean, it's a gap closer that allows him to actually make sure he sticks to these targets. He had to, you know, follow Flash as well, but he has the opportunity.
Yeah.
And Afrika need to just walk away from this Drake. I don't think there's any way they can turn this.
There is a teleport on Rascal as well, and he's now going to come in. And so Fly gets on in there. He might be able to get some work done. His heroic entrance is going to make Life untargetable, buys him enough time, and Bang is just dead. Fly now trying to run away, but he's not going to be able to get out. And as
you see, there's so much burst damage and engage potential with gen.g's composition, and if you're out of position for just a second, you will get punished.
Oh, Lehen's. That was beautifully
like that.
set up by Clid. But,
waiting for just a moment, channeling that away now. And it was a really nice, this is a good move to hold on to it, but you're really going to struggle to get value out of it now.
Well, BDD, he's going to get teleported on as Keen's taking a lot of damage. There's the stopwatch as Fly trying to get around, gets into the brush, does BDD, but Fly is hunting him down. And then he goes back in, the shifting sands, a little bit too good, but Fly is in position, picks him up with the face breaker. And we'll see whether Clid survives. He does, gets out of that Haymaker nicely. Life, not a lot of damage here though. Clid needs to try and land a spear as there's the Justice Punch. And we'll see whether this spear is going to be true, as there's the taunt. That's going to try and set it up, but another Haymaker comes off cooldown, and Fly's still running from this one. Burning down just a little bit as the flash comes over, and Clid is able to lock that one down. Replay land just a little bit, but hopefully back to live now as gen.g looking for their second Ocean Drake. Fly gonna get chipped down just a little bit as Life just playing goalkeeper. Lens not allowed to get in there as Fly.
Yeah, they have so much poke too.
Okay, Ruler just kills Lilia.
Now because they're not able to group effectively because Gen.g has so much map control. They're gonna deny. Ooh.
Emperor's Divide to stop Fly from getting in so that they can try and burst down the Baron. I think that's actually really cute. As it's not quite going to work, they should be able to actually get in here as Fly's going to be able to take down the Galio, but the Baron does go to gen.g. Can the Ezreal actually kite this one out as Ruler gets out of the pit, has to walk all the way back around, and now he's in a better position. Bang, gets that killer instinct towards the backside, but look at Ruler. He's just free hitting Keen, trying to run away. Bang, going to die as an afterthought as a double kill comes. Rascal and Ruler getting to work on this inner turret.
Yeah, this is going to be another turret down here with this Baron power play. You know, Drake.
Certainly should be, as they've got Renekton pushing there on the bottom side of the map. Fly looking to try and make his way in as there's the Facebreaker onto Life, but look at the follow-up damage. BDD puts down a soldier and Fly's already half health, is now Lahen's in a lot of trouble, has to flash to get himself out of the way. There's the Prowler's Claw again, and Rascal locks up the Gragas. Now gen.g will push forward for this inner turret. Fly just having to back there off to the side as gen.g. They are all work, no play right now, just wandering up this mid lane, looking to try and break the base.
Yeah, I mean, this is gen.g just trying to close this series out 2-0. This is not as clean as the first game, but now that Ezreal is well and truly online, Rascal's Prowler Claw ends up being the perfect gap closer tech here in this game. They have firm control over this this map right now.
Not exactly the target that Fly wanted. Here is Rascal. Still going to get his face broken as Bang dives on in. Life with a nice flash to get himself out of the way. Rascal now trying to kite this one back as Clid just standing tall. The heroic engine's going to keep him alive as Quinn is going to be taken down there. And oh dear, the cards just falling down one after the other as Afrika trying to do their very best. But the Lilia just dies. And in goes BDD. There's the Flash Emperor's Divide. Goodbye Bang. And this should be the swift 2-0 for gen.g.
I mean, this was without Ruler, by the way, this fight. Without the Ezreal. He hits the...
well, would have hit it, yeah.
The arcane shift. It's blocked by the, you know, by the golden there, but... This was a fight that gen.g win 4v5 and win the game. End of story. Very much a great end to what was a very shaky early game for this composition, but it worked out swimmingly. I really like the Prowler's Claw tech here.
So cool, right? That was my favorite part. That was definitely my favorite part of the show. Is Clid, they're going to win the game before he comes out of his golden stasis, and the Nexus will be taken down just behind Damwon Kia on that front.
And as we're closing in on, I mean, neither of these teams are going to be playing in the last game tomorrow, of course.
Congratulations. Thank you. This was your first last match for the first round robin, and it's a clean 2-0 win. How are you feeling, guys? So that was our last match for the first round. So I'm glad that we were able to pick up a clean victory with 2-0 score. Same. I'm happy that we were able to get a clean 2-0 win. Let's go back to game number 1. We saw Renekton and also Leona, some of the OP champions, and also BDD's Azir was on the Rift in game number 1. I think all of the gen.g players were able to play their comfort picks. So how did the game go? Did it go as you guys planned? When after we got the kill onto Graves, the rest of the jungle camps on the blue buff camp was regenerated, so I could pick up all the camps, so I knew that I would accelerate the jungle difference. And Rascal, you're satisfied with your Renekton performance today? I think I pretty much did everything I can do on this Renekton pick. So I'm pretty much satisfied. Claude, you said that you told your teammates that because you're gonna have a huge jungle differential, we can just go slow and close out the game. But still, gen.g actually closed out the game very fast. I think gen.g is really good at playing around the lane priority and jumping around all over the map. So what's the key to that kind of play style? I think our teammates plays really well during the laning phase, and that actually adds more power to the pressure that I can exert in the jungle. So I think the opponents feel extra pressure of me in the jungle, of my presence.
하는 생각이 들었습니다. 그리고 이제 이 경기 얘기로 바로
Moving on to game
보면
2.
또 되게 오랜만에
We saw
lane
swap after a very long while happening in the LCK. And you guys are actually started to gain a lead based on that strategy. Was that something planned moving on to the game, or was that something you guys thought of after moving on to the Rift? After we saw the draft completed, me and BDD discussed that we can just like follow the opposite laners, and I think we executed pretty well.
그리고 이제 라스칼 선수 혹시 이 경기 같은 경우에
라스칼.
라인을 잘 바꾸고 있다가 전령 한타에서 패배하고
You guys actually lost the Herald fight really big, and also Africa's bottom duo were able to win some fights down on the bottom lane as well. So how did the players plan to kind of deal with the situation, playing from behind? Renekton is not a champion that is supposed to lose the Herald fight, but we did lose it. So after that, we wanted to go slow. Can't play Gen.g played it slow because you guys are actually winning this game super fast. But prior to a Dragon fight, you guys were able to pick Lilia and started to turn the tide around. We saw a lot of point versus Renekton matchup, but this was the first time where we saw Prowler's Club Renekton getting a solo kill onto Quinn. So can you tell us more about it? The build and the plan? Recently, I've been building this item on Renekton. So there are some players, some like chickens, playing marksman on the top lanes, you know, in solo queue, and you can really punish those players with that item, Prowler's Claw. Rascal, like, how dare you play marksman on the top lane? Nice tip over to the Renekton players. And Rascal, a lot of people are now calling you as the ace of Gen.g, and it's the end of the first round robin. So how was the experience so far? I think after losing some games, I think we were able to realize the weakness of our side. So I hope we can work on those and improve, and I think we can come back stronger in round 2. So I think it was really worth losing some of the games in round 1. In game number 1, the Korean casters said 2019 Clid is back, you know, and 2019 Clid is one of the best junglers in the league history. And you had a pretty much dominating performance in both games today, so how much of your potential has shown up today? I think I've been putting in a lot of effort, but I have to work really hard, and there are a lot of weaknesses that I own right now, so I'm trying my best in order to kind of improve on my end. Rascal, I see your cheeky smile on your face. Why is that? I think it's cute. That's it. Good. What do you think about Rascal then? He's always been playing great recently, so nothing much to complain. But we still have a long way to go, you know? I hope we can all cheer up and do our best performance.
너무 진지하게.
Now you guys are moving on to second round robin, and your first opponent will be Nongshim Red Force. Rascal? Kellen he's super annoying this stage, so I'm gonna punish him. Wait there. Some banter going over to his former teammate, and Clid, would you like to add on to that? I think Nongshim's bottom duo is really powerful and destructive. So I'm gonna trust on our bottom duos, and I think we'll be able to have a great game that day as well. And as Rascal mentioned, I hope Gen.g can improve even more based on the losses they had in round 1, and I'm gonna pass it back to our casters. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ji-sun.